no time. So, without further ado, let's raise all hell. Okay. In this video, we started off by heading to the dungeon and fending off against a Lunatic Cultist. Shortly afterwards, I decided to head off and face the Celestial Pillars. I make the mistake of flying into one and getting my face torn off by a flying centipede. Will I be able to beat these pillars, or will I flee at the scene? Also, a small percentage of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed to my channels. So, if you end up liking this video, make sure to subscribe. It's free, and you could always unsubscribe later if you want. Anyways, enjoy the video. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another Terraria video. In the last episode, we went ahead and fought off the Martian invasion, as well as built a nice little nifty bullet bill for our arm sealer. In this episode, like I promised in the last one, we are gonna fight the Lunatic Cultist, which is a bit... I don't know what to expect. Well, I know like a little bit about it, but I have never fought him. This is another one I have never actually engaged in or fought, so it might take some time. Yeah, so basically to start off, you do need to get to the dungeon where these lunatics or whatever, I don't even know what they're called. These guys, the lunatics devote, will spawn, and once you kill them all, pretty much the Lunatic Cultist does spawn, which is what they're trying to summon. So yeah, this is pretty much one of the last few bosses. I believe the third to last boss before like everything goes to shit, pretty much. So once I do engage this the Lunatic, everything does get crazy. So I am deciding to fight it a little bit towards like the nighttime for a variety of reasons. One, once it starts creating its duplicates, you can differentiate it because the duplicates provide light while the actual real one does not. I made this little arena kind of up here, just kind of to give me some boundaries and an extra advantage. So I have little heart statues all over the place. It's not too big. I have the crystal ball, the minion thing, the imbuing station, I believe it's what it's called, and the sharpening station, as well as some other things like honey. Oh, and I didn't think these guys actually triggered these. Well, you learned something new. So for the main weapons, I am going to be using the Influx Waver, I have Cthulu, and a Tsunami. I probably should have been shining this. I don't know how well that'll do, and as well as the Tempest Staff. So that's going to help us out with extra little minions. I'm gonna take this out of my hotbar and a bunch of other potions. So I'm not sure if it's going to be enough, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, so and for like the arena, like I was saying, the honey, the heart crystals, and this thing the star in a bottle. So yeah, without further ado, I guess we shall actually start fighting this guy. It's difficult to say what exactly is gonna happen. Oh yeah, and actually for my attributes, I am using the Beetle Armor, as well as the Fishron Wings, the Fire Gauntlet, Master Ninja Gear, Celestial Shell, and the Yoyo. Like I said, for the night thing, not only because it differentiates the real one from the fake ones, this thing also gives me an added buff when it's nighttime, since I do turn into a werewolf during that time. So without further ado, let's raise all hell. Okay. Alrighty, and I believe he starts spawning right there, and during that stage you can't really do anything. So we're gonna just go up here. And I probably should have done all this. Okay. Alrighty. And buff. And there we go. So yeah. This is the Lunatic Cultist. I know he does a variety of different attacks. However, the main ones are these crystal ones that lunge at you. So it doesn't look too bad. This one, I believe, yeah, see, he'll have his health bar like at the bottom of the screen. And he also spawned this little dragon thing. So far it's not too bad, however the dragon is doing a good amount of damage. So we want to avoid that. Not too bad, not too bad. Alright, once this guy is dead, things do get a little hectic. So we want to avoid that as much as we can. Okay, we're doing just fine right now. We're just going to want to like kind of, there you go. That's fine. Summon your little piece of garbage. Okay, he's actually a lot easier than I anticipated, to say the least. Maybe we're just a little tanky at the moment, but he's already a quarter left. Like, that's good. Okay, I'm just kind of gauging at my health a little bit, seeing like how much damage he does, but so far it doesn't look too bad. I can't even attack him right there. That's kind of unfortunate. Okay, and he's almost down actually. A few more hits should ought to do it. We need to heal up. Okay. This guy is actually quite easy. Wow. He was pretty easy, honestly. Okay, so now that he has been defeated, like it says right here, the celestial beings are gonna start pretty much coming into play, and those things are, well, pretty hectic. So out of that, we did get an ancient manipulator. So yeah, that's not really useful at the moment. However, once we defeat some of these lunar pillars, it does become essential. So he doesn't drop anything special, unfortunately. That's kind of unfortunate. So I think we do want to take on some of the pillars. I'm not sure. Yeah, there's one right there. The Stardust, the Nebula, and the Solar Pillar. Now, and the Vortex Pillar. Now, if I'm correct, I'm not sure. I think it's the Solar Pillar that is the weakest one. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check here in a bit. Now, these guys are a bit strange because, well, like I said, the actual play itself, they're going to be very difficult. So I think we are going to want to fight at least a few of them. Since we do have all our buffs. So yeah, I think we're going to fight off at least one or two of them this video. And we're going to move on forward with continuing this later on. Now, these guys aren't too bad from my recall. I know they do a bunch of damage, but as far as like health, they aren't too bad. I believe it's somewhere over here. Okay, so yeah, like the place gets a little crazy. We can't even attack it because we have to kill all these guys. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing as of right now. At least try to kill this guy. The Vortex Pillar, I'll have to double check in just a bit. We'll defeat this one if we can, if we don't die. Unfortunately, it is in the corruption, so that kind of sucks. Lovely. And it looks like the first pillar is officially down. Your mind goes numb. Lovely. That is exactly what I wanted to hear. So that is the first pillar, and let me go ahead and come back to when I go to fight the next one, which is going to be all the way over here. That's going to be a bit strange. My mind goes numb. That's a bit scary. That's a bit of a strange little message to hear, to say the least. It's sad that these guys don't really drop anything, but yeah, let me go ahead and cut back just a bit to where I actually can fight some guys, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I made it back to my things. That turned out worse than I thought, unfortunately. I was not expecting them to like just completely like wreck me. I forgot. I didn't realize I was that close to being inside the actual like pillar. Well, next to the pillar. So yeah, that's one thing you want to avoid, which I completely forgot to. Pretty much avoid flying because it spawns that garbage dude that just completely wrecks you. So yeah, now I'm just kind of sorting through my inventory, trying to go through all this. Yes, lovely. Here, I will spawn that guy instead. Okay, put this right there. Alrighty, so yeah, that was kind of, that was rough, to say the least. I was not expecting it. I was not expecting to get there that close. Like, I was hoping to like kind of jump off my little thing, but that wasn't the case. So I'm dead. Let me cut ahead again once again, just so I can get rid of a few of these things. Cause if I die once again, I'm not get my that is my like backup recovery kind of things. So if I die now, I won't really have much of a way to actually, well, get all my stuff back. So yeah, I'll be right back in just a moment. Alrighty, we are here, guys, and I am back, kind of, and I'm a little scared, to say the least. There's a lot of big guys. That little dinosaur, that flying shit, like completely wrecked my shit last time. So we're gonna try seeing what we can do. I'm gonna kind of make sure to buff up this time. I'm honestly scared of like these little meteorite things. A stroller. Okay, so it's not too bad, but unfortunately that guy did completely wreck me. Yeah, don't fly in this one. That is my biggest recommendation towards anybody wanting to fight these guys. Do not fly, because you will probably get wrecked like I just did. So yeah, I might just make some of these into like a short little montage, because it is mostly a lot of just fighting these little guys. So yeah, if you see like little speed ups here and there, just know like it's pretty much the same thing, just kind of fighting the same monsters over and over. So I will be probably speeding up most of these little, at least these little weak fights. Like once we actually start fighting the pillar, I might change up a little bit. I'm too scared to like even jump, honestly, because I don't know if like these guys are gonna start pushing me, start like kind of just jumping me out of nowhere, so I'm kind of avoiding that at the moment. Okay, there we go. Finally. Okay, so once you pretty much destroy enough enemies, this honestly is pretty easy. All you gotta do is just kind of tank the hits. And actually, this is probably one of my more favorites actual pillars. Just, you are overwhelmed with pain. Lovely. I actually, oh, this motherfucker. Yep, we do not want to fight that fucker. That guy completely wrecked me last time. So luckily this time actually we did have some time to not fly and find out he was right there. So that was actually, I feel, easier than the last one. So we're gonna go ahead and take on the next one, right? Because you know, so I just want to reiterate that actually this is all like pretty much legit. Like everything I've gotten is pretty easily obtainable. This next guy, if I'm correct, here I didn't even put down my little thing. I made one of these vortex monolius, but I forgot to kind of put it down. So we might do that here if I get the chance. Let me see, where is this guy? As for the last one, we will be fighting Nebular Pillar and the Stardust Pillar. So since this episode hasn't gone on that long, especially with like how I will be doing like the specific what's it called, fast forwarding and all in certain places, I don't think we'll be too difficult. So yeah. Okay, so these guys are different. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up as well. These guys seem a little more difficult just because of the little lasers. Yeah, enjoy this little montage. Alrighty, we are on to the last and final pillar, guys. I don't even know which pillar this is. The Stardust Pillar. Now, this one, I do not know what to expect too much. Luckily, already this guy seemed a little bit easier than the Solar Pillar, to say the least. I feel like the Solar Pillar, just the reason like it didn't allow me to fly anywhere. I feel like that was a a very big impact. I was not expecting it to be at least that little dragon to like just wreck me in like a few hits. It hurt. Yeah, this one doesn't seem as bad. It seems actually quite easy. So we got a few things from the those pillars. So I decided to build this solar eruption, as I know it's one of the best weapons to have, especially for a melee class like myself. So yeah, that's gonna be one of our biggest, one of our best, what's it called? Can't even talk. Sorry. One of our weapons of choice when we fight the last boss, which well, you'll have to wait to see what that is. And yeah, I also got these monoliths for each of the other pillars that we will also be doing for this one. I don't plan on... I had the option to like create a few different items, but they're all mage related, which I don't focus on in mine. So I decided to make this, and I'm not sure exactly how great it is, but oh, so far it looks fantastic. It looks pretty good, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. It just completely destroys everything. So yeah, this is gonna be a nice weapon of choice to fight the last final boss. And that is all of the pillars. And as we saw earlier with that little note on the bottom, impending doom approaches. So on that note, we're gonna end things off here. See you guys next time.